And hello, everybody. A happy Labor Day weekend to you, and welcome to the start of the 8-man high school football season. My name's Chris Conley. We're at Wausau Newman High School today. Newman was 6-4 last year. They lost their first two games, and played better in the later parts of the season, got themselves above 500. Of course, the end teams around Wisconsin play an 8-game instead of a 9-game regular season, so they start a week later. Cardinals are in their home reds with white pants and powder blue numerals and piping. The Loggers come to town in their white road jerseys with orange numbers and black pants. I'll tell you something unusual about Phillips right now. You look at the Phillips roster, they've got a lot of kids out for 8-man football. Everyone on their roster on offense is listed as a lineman, a tight end, or a running back. They do not list a quarterback. What does that tell you? They're going to run the football a lot. And on defense, everyone is listed as either a defensive lineman or a linebacker. The Newman team has completed their warm-ups and heads over to their sideline. Just before we came on air, Newman won the opening toss, and they've elected to take the football. They'll receive. Newman will start with a new quarterback. We believe it is Jackson Fender, a junior, who will be under center. And Newman likes to throw the ball around. Yeah, it's got to be Jackson Fender, because the other quarterback, Michael Fox, has his arm in a sling. He's suited up, but he's not in pads, so Michael Fox, a sophomore, not available today. This is also Parents' Day on what's going to be a really nice day for football. So in the early parts of halftime on the field, the players will escort their parents out to be recognized. Pregame today is brought to you by Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty, a free roadside assistance service at Auto Select, you're good to go. Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. If you're unfamiliar with 8-man football, you know what? If I didn't tell you that it was 8-man instead of full-team 11-man, you probably wouldn't notice the difference. The field is not quite as wide, and when you put an extra lineman out on one side or the other, it's more noticeable when you're on offense. But otherwise, 8-man football is fun. It's been great for Wisconsin because it's kept a lot of teams able to play football. That as some schools, with enrollment going down and participation not what they would like, some schools found it very difficult to field 11-man teams. 8-man has kept more schools in the game. The crowd here rises for a moment of prayer and the Star-Spangled Banner at Wausau Newman.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes, keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
What so proudly we hailed.
Weather-wise, this is going to be the nicest Labor Day weekend in forever. This is going to be the warmest of the 3 days. We're going to get into the low 80s, 78, sunshine, and a calm wind as we get the 8-man season underway. We'll kick it off. Cardinals get the football when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
Number 23, senior,
The Phillips offense is being introduced. Then I believe that Newman will choose to be introduced as a team. We'll see. And then our opening kickoff just a few moments away. Be a part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest. Don't miss the 32nd annual Maple Fall Fest. It's Saturday and Sunday, September 14th and 15th at the Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com. That's visitmarshfield.com, or visit them on Facebook.
And now for Newman Catholic starting offense. Number 1, junior quarterback Quincy Fender.
Turns out it's my first mistake doing a Newman game of the year. They will not be introduced as a team. The offense will be brought out one by one. There's Quincy Fender, first man out. He wears number 1, quarterback. He's a junior.
Number 21, junior wide receiver Cooper Boone.
Again, in past years, Newman's been more of a balanced offense. They'll throw when they want to. Loggers, nothing fancy about them. They're going to look to run the ball today, and it'll be up to the Newman defense to see if they can get stops and get themselves off the field.
Number 63, offensive line.
Newman, just like a year ago, opens their season with 2 home games. We'll be back here next Saturday afternoon when Almond Bancroft comes to town. That'll be a Zaleski sports game. So all of our Newman fans, if you're not here, if you're somewhere else for Labor Day weekend, we're glad you found our feed on Zaleski Sports. And for all the Phillips faithful, welcome into our game coverage. We're glad to have you along. My name's Chris Conley, and we'll be underway in just a moment. Phillips is on the field and ready to kick off. Newman's huddling up. I'll tell you this, in 8-man football, setting an edge, making sure that your opponent's running game doesn't get the corner becomes even more important. Ball's on the tee. Referee indicates we're ready. Here we go. The 8-man season's underway. Let's light this candle. A squib kick to open up, and it's covered just across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Newman starts there. That was Evan Pent covering up. Newman 1st and 10. So here comes Quincy Fender at the controls. He's from the pistol on 1st and 10. Got 2 running backs next to him. Single receivers to either side. Split them out, and we start with a whistle, a false start up front. Our umpire pointing to the right guard, so we'll go 5 yards back before the Cardinals have their first snap. Yeah, all the members of the offensive line kind of looked around when they heard the whistle, thought that we were set and still. But the umpire disagrees. 1st and 15. Shifting the receivers out, so this is a 4-receiver package. Man in motion across, fake the handoff, quarterback will keep it. Gets the penalty yardage back, bursts into the clear. Down the sidelines to the 20 and pushed out of bounds in the red zone. Quincy Fender on the keeper, gets big yardage. Going to spot him out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A 31-yard run to open up the season. Did we not talk about that just before our opening kickoff? If you set an edge on your offensive line, it's off to the races in 8-man football. Single receivers to either side, one back next to Fender on first down. Handoff between the tackles. It's a short gain for Gavin Punt. 2nd and 9. Again, because one of the unknowns in this game, will the Newman defense be able to get stops? So you would love to open up with some points on the scoreboard and make the Loggers chase you in the early stages of this game. Gives your defense a little more margin for error. 2nd and long, fake the handoff, quarterback keeps to the left side, cuts back, first down. He's down to the 10-yard line. Quincy Fender is shifty, kind of hard to get in your sights. Just inside the 10, it's 1st and goal. So 3 plays, Fender carries on 2 of them and gets positive yardage both times. Fender comes over to the sideline to get the play, and now back to the huddle. Going to have to hustle up to the line here. Newman on their first couple of plays has set a long time at the line and then has shifted late. I don't think they have the luxury here. On the snap, Fender again between the tackles to the end zone. He is trying to get that ball across the plane and is whistled down at the 2. Only thing I don't like there, I don't like the quarterback holding the ball out above his head and shoulders like that. It could get knocked free. Gain of 8, 2nd and goal. Cardinals are going to keep this ball on the ground here. Stick with what's brought you success so far. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff to the goal line. Turn back. Big hit. Gavin Punt tried to hit the hole and got knocked back right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes 3rd down. I think the Cardinals would go if they don't score on this play. I think 4th down from this close. Touchdowns win, not field goals, right? I formation. 2nd man through this time, falls forward. Touchdown Cardinals. Gavin Pent carries and brings it in from 1 yard out. It's a Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel touchdown. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. No sign of the kicking team. Newman will go for 2. Fender is from the pistol with an empty backfield. Now shifts. Extra players on the near side of the offensive line. A pitch. It's loose in the backfield. That play didn't look good at all. 2-point try is unsuccessful. Cardinals draw first blood. They'll play from in front 6-0. Phillips on offense when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time 2nd and 3rd shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Welcome back. Newman recovers a squib kick to start the game and goes 51 yards for a touchdown. 6-play drive. Griffin Pent with a 1-yard touchdown run to get him in the end zone. 2-point try fail, so we're at 6-0. Carson Callow will kick off. Carson tries a squib kick too. Phillips covers it at the 47-yard line, so both teams will play with a short field to open up. Trent Quickla, a senior, covered it up for the Loggers. Again, we are assuming that the Loggers will be run-oriented for the entire game. No receivers here. Extra wings on either side of the line on first down. Man across, handoff to the edge. There's penetration in the backfield. Didn't wrap up. Forward for a yard on what could have started for a loss. Sawyer Kubaka's a junior. 2nd and 9. You like that the Cardinals seemed like they won the battle at the line of scrimmage, just couldn't wrap up. Officially, the ball's marked for no gain, 2nd and 10. We're brought to you by Wiggly Field, Schofield Avenue in Weston, the perfect place for great food, cold drinks for the whole family after a big win. Sign up for volleyball leagues or stop by for lunch or dinner. Wiggly Field and Dome, Wiggly Field in Weston. On 2nd down, trying the edge. Again, Newman looks good up front. Evan Hollinger, a senior, carries 2 yards. So Newman has forced the Loggers into 3rd and long. Do the Loggers have a pass play for this? Need to get to the 42-yard line. Man across the formation, long count. That man across now becomes a receiver in the slot. Designed to the right side with a blocker, first down. Sawyer Denzine carries it himself. Gets across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. So on 3rd and long, the Loggers convert. That was a well-designed play. Had one of those linemen pulling, blazing a path for the ball carrier. Newman scored on their first possession. The Loggers are trying to see if they have an answer. One receiver to the near side of the field. Quarterback keeps it himself, right up the middle, short gain. Shea Denzines got a couple of yards. Ball rests just over the 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Since the Loggers are run-oriented, you know what? They've got to be a disciplined team. If you don't like to throw the ball a lot, penalties that move you back can be drive killers. They can be even for the teams that like to throw, but especially if you want to keep the ball on the ground, got to make sure you don't hurt yourself. Across the formation, there's a block. And again, the Newman defensive line seems to be holding its own. Aaron Zaleski, a junior, carries 3rd and 6. This is likely 4-down territory, so the Newman defense has got to get stops on 3rd and then on the play that follows. First quarter, this is our only high school football game on this Saturday on Zaleski Sports. Glad you found us. Gonna throw here. Throwing to one-on-one coverage. It's underthrown, but the receiver comes back for it down inside the 5-yard line. Not a pretty pass at all. The defensive back in one-on-one coverage got turned around and was slow locating the ball. Made him pay. First and goal with the ball at the 5-yard. Quarterback keeps it himself. Got a block. Upended inside the 5. He gets 2 yards. 5.5 to play in a fast-moving first quarter. Phillips a little slow getting out of the huddle. Got to go with this play. Man across, trying to get the edge. Short. Play that went east to west. No gain. Again, a 4-down situation for Phillips here. So 2 chances to punch the ball in from just inside the 5. Denzine is the quarterback. No, it's a direct snap to one of the running backs. Tries to cut it back to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown. Sawyer Kuchaba is in. Kuchaba on a 4-yard run. So both teams have scored on their first possessions. Got to set up for a 2-point try here. Shea Denzine, the quarterback. Empty backfield. Whistle. Blows this play dead. False start on Phillips. So they'll make the 2-point try a little more difficult. So the 2-point try will come from 5 yards further back. 2-point try from the 8. Man across, stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The 2-point try fails. 4:24 to play in the first quarter, tied 6-6. Back after these messages on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
So both teams find the end zone on their first possessions of the season. We're brought to you by Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm is here to help you gear up for your hunting season. Oh, I was up north last weekend. That big buck dancing around my friend's hunting grounds. Oh, you just wait 2 months, my friend. Shop their huge selection of scouting and concealment must-haves, safety essentials, and blaze orange gear. Shop the entire selection of hunting gear from all the top brands at Fleet Farm. Josh Nutt to kick off for the Loggers. This is also a squib. High, bouncing. It's loose for a moment. This is a scrum for the ball, and the Loggers think they have it. Let's get an indication. Happened right in front of the Loggers bench. I don't think they're wrong about this. Yeah, that squib kick popped up, and the Loggers will be back on offense, recovering at the 47-yard line. First mistake of the ball game is on the Cardinals side of the ledger. Yeah, for any type of squib or onside kick, you're worried about that second bounce where the nose end of the football could hit the turf and go up in the air. Then it's game on for anybody. Loggers back on 0 in a 6-6 game. Denzine with an empty backfield. Man across the formation. Handoff in the backfield. Rope down. This play goes for a big loss. Sawyer Kukaba is roped down for a loss of 6. Maybe more than that. 2nd and 17. Yeah, one of the storylines of this game, again, the Loggers want to run the football. That's what they're all about. And the Newman defensive line has been holding their own so far. You don't like that they're pushed right back onto the field after failing to handle that squib kick. So the D's been out there for a while. 2nd and long. Whistle blows this play dead. This is a false start on the Loggers, going 5 more yards back. So the run-oriented team is being pushed further and further behind the chains. We're sponsored by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact Next Step Prosthetics today. I've got this at 2nd and 23. Well, it's 2nd and where the Loggers don't want to be, that's for sure. About 3 minutes to play in the first quarter by the time this ball is snapped. And they moved again. So since recovering that squib kick, Phillips has done nothing but move backwards. Got to remember, for these kids, it's the first game of the season. So there are probably some things like the snap count to be worked out. Just having trouble getting the ball in play here on 2nd down. They told me there'd be no math. I believe this is 2nd and 27. Our graphics package team agrees, so we cannot both be wrong. They succeed in snapping the ball. It's a direct snap to one of the running backs who gets the corner and gets some of the yardage back. Evan Hollinger carries. Out to the 39-yard line. Third down, need to move the ball across the midfield line and down to the 37. So this is 3rd and almost a cornfield. Trying to draw the Newman defense offline. Bobbled snap in the backfield. This play goes nowhere. A loss of a yard. The Newman defense is stout. It is 4th down. Is this a punting situation for the Loggers? Newman thinks it is. They're sending a return man further back. We'll wait until the Loggers break the huddle, then we'll get a better idea of what the thinking is. Newman wants the Loggers want a timeout first. Again, we think the kicking game is not a big part of the Loggers' offense. We'll step aside for a break. 4th and long in a 6-6 game, late first quarter on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Newman Catholic has some of the best timeout and between plays music. Treated to Fox on the Run during this timeout. You got a punt here, right? No indication of being in punt formation here unless this is some kind of quick kick. 4th and forever. Going for it. Quarterback is pursued, going to tuck, and it's going to be well short of the first down. Out of bounds at the 48. Turned over on downs to the Cardinals near midfield. That's got to show you that you've got either no confidence in your kicking game or no one on your roster who you think of as a punter/kicker. Right, I mean, even if you're a team that thinks we go on 4th down, there are some situations where kicking makes sense. That was one of them. And the Loggers go and fail. Cardinals back on offense for the second time. Reached the end zone on their first. Late shift, extra man on the near side of the line. Now in motion, quarterback keeps it, finds the seam, forward. Almost lost the football down to the 41-yard line. 6 or 7 for Quincy Fender. A gain of 6. Under a minute to go, first quarter. Entertaining ball game so far? Hats off to the Newman defense. They've kept this game close at 6-6. Going to pass on second down. Screen over the middle. It's complete, and there's running room. Caught from behind. That's a great defensive play. Gavin Pence going to be short of the first down by a yard, maybe 2. Third down coming up. Yeah, that Phillips defender caught Penn, who is fast, caught him from behind. No one's got eyes in the back of their head. You don't know who's coming up behind you. On third down. Maybe the final play of the quarter. Snaps a little bit high. Quarterback keeps it. First down between the tackles. Still going. Ball's loose. Newman's on top of it. That ball came free, and it's recovered out at the 30-yard line. Quincy Fender, once he decides to run, you'd like to see him have both hands around the ball. First quarter's in the books. Cardinals will have a new set of downs at the 30-yard line when we come back. It's 6-6 on Zaleski Sports.
Be part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 14th and 15th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Merrill. Don't miss the 32nd Annual Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 14th and 15th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Paul, what we're looking for today first is that basic shopper, the one that's going to go for fruit that's in season right now, because those are the easy picks, the raspberry, the strawberry, the blueberry. But the experts, the one who are going to get the job done today and shine bright on a day like today, those are the ones shopping for the mangoes.
And when you think about vegetables at the grocery store, really there's a lot at stake, because at this point your next stop is the meat market. You don't want to be chicken when you go ahead and pick out your vegetables. You got to make sure you got the right pairing.
When you double clutch on your list, that's when things quickly spiral out of control.
Jason Zaleski, our patron, is having too much fun with those commercials, isn't he? I'm Chris Conley, still gainfully employed here at Zaleski Sports as the second quarter gets underway, tied 6-6. This drive for Newman Catholic, the result of a failed 4th and long where Phillips went for it and failed. 1st and 10, first play of quarter number 2. Got a throw to the flat, bobbled for a moment, caught, secured, and forward for 8 or 9 yards. Griffin Pent. Both teams scored on their first possessions in the first quarter. Then Newman had trouble with a squib kick, turned the ball over before they could get their offense back out. The Phillips Loggers went backwards on that possession, failing on 4th and behind the chains. That's the result leading to this drive. Fender, handoff between the tackles, breaking forward and breaking to pay dirt. Touchdown for Griffin Pent. Pent on a 24-yard touchdown drive, and Newman retakes the lead. So that's how the second quarter opens. Both of these teams tried 2-point attempts after their touchdowns and failed both times. Cardinals go for 2 again. Empty pistol, sling towards the end zone, too high for Pent. So that 2-point try is unsuccessful, 12-6. Loggers get the ball back when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
You know what? I've got the theme. During timeouts and our commercial breaks, we are hearing all songs from MTV the early years. We had Devo, Whip It. Those guys were strange. I mean, it looked like they had flower pots on their head in their MTV video. And then ZZ Top. No radio hits, but boy, their videos were seen all the time. Sharp Dressed Man. 12-6. Loggers about to get the ball back. And this one is also kicked on the ground. Bobbled for a moment and then secured. J.J. Adamitis covers it up. So every drive so far in this game has been a short field drive. We're brought to you by Foundation Finance. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits that start from day one. Learn more online at foundationfinance.com. We thank all of our sponsors who are making this Newman Catholic football coverage possible. We'll have all of the Newman home games this season. I want to talk before we're done about the plans for the new athletic complex here at Newman. They look spectacular. Penetration in the backfield. Quarterback is diving just back to the line of scrimmage. Shea Denzine, a lot of work for a half yard. Yet, Newman Catholic during the summer unveiled artist renderings of a new athletic complex. This field that you're looking at now would be turfed over, which means it can be used as a practice field too. It's one of the nice things about having the synthetic, which means the practice field behind this press box becomes a baseball and softball complex. Upgraded press box and other facilities. Between the tackles, stuffed up, no gain. Binton Laurie, a senior, carries there. Here comes 3rd and 8. Along near the press box, there's a pavilion that would become the concession stand, and a little bit beyond that, an area for outdoor mass on the Stations of the Cross. A very nicely done concept. They do have to raise the money for it. But, you know, Newman's got a very loyal alumni, many of whom have stayed in the Wausau area. I bet there's going to be a lot of support for it. On 3rd down, backside pressure, throwing the ball up in the air for grabs, incomplete. That barely got back to the line of scrimmage, and there was not an eligible receiver nearby. Loggers are going to go for it on 4th and 8. Good backside pressure. Yeah, the Newman defense looks good so far. Need to get the ball across midfield to the 48-yard line. Yeah, I like everything about the newly designed sports complex that Newman envisions, and see if they can will it into reality. With God's help, right? Of course. 4th down. Newman gets great field position if their defense can come up with a stop. Man in motion, 2 to the near side. Quarterback keeps it. He's got a blocker leading the way. He's reaching forward. 1st down. 4th and 8, and they get 9. Loggers keep possession and get a new set of downs. Across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yeah, I got to tell you, I love doing games at Newman. Done some basketball games over the years. Football is a really nice addition to my agenda. They've got a great atmosphere here in the Newman Athletic Department. Pitch stacked up and not productive on 1st down. Sawyer Kuchaba, 1.5 yards. To not quite the 45-yard line. And you know, as a smaller school, you don't have an athletic department unless you can convince lots of kids to come out for different sports. And Newman, that graduating class of boys from 2 years ago, state championships in 8-man football and in basketball, that was an exceptional class, and they had good female athletes too. But, you know, different year, different personnel. Ball's loose here. Quarterback covers it up. Backwards for 3 yards. Muffed on the exchange. 3rd and 11 now. Yeah, you can just see it in the kids when you do a game here at Newman. School spirit is high. And while it's not a high enrollment school, there's a lot of alumni that comes back to support the kids. You look out at the Newman crowd in the bleachers below me, they're not all parents of athletes. These are Newman alum who like seeing their team play. 3rd and 11 from the pistol, empty backfield. Misdirection on the handoff. Newman defense not fooled. This play goes backwards for a yard. Quarterback became a blocker there. Aaron Zaleski was the carrier, -1 in the box score. 4th down. They picked up 4th and 8 earlier on this drive. Now it's 4th and 12. Midway stages of the 2nd quarter. Cardinals trying to get the ball back. Need to move the ball all the way down to the 37 here. Design rollout. Got some blocking. This is the same play on the other 4th down to the other side of the field. Out of bounds, short at the 40-yard line. In fact, Newman says that ball was fumbled. This flag is in the area where it's going to be a hold anyway. The Cardinals will decline this and take the ball at the 40-yard line. In fact, I think two members of our officiating crew saw the same thing, got two flags in the same neighborhood. Yeah, the play did not get first down yardage, 3 yards short, so you decline this. And the Cardinals defense, despite one of their players being held, will get off the field. Holding is declined. 1st and 10 Cardinals. We're going to put the ball at the 43-yard line. Funny, the Loggers tried exactly the same play just to the other side of the field where they picked up the 4th down earlier in the drive. Had a lineman pulling, trying to get a block for the quarterback around the edge. Had a little more real estate to carry. Cardinals by 6, and now the ball. From the pistol, now shift both of the backs out. Got a throw. Over the middle, diving, incomplete, trapped. Cooper Gould was the intended receiver. Couldn't cradle that and get his arms under it. Quarterback Quincy Fender to the sidelines to get the play. Shifting for an extra blocker on the far side of the offensive line. Looks like Phillips was lured into the neutral zone. Yep, encroachment, 5 yards closer. 4th time that the Loggers have been penalized in this opening game for their season. So after an incomplete pass, the Cardinals are gifted 5 yards out to the 49-yard line. To me, it's noticeably warmer now than when we kicked off. We're going to be in the lower 80s today. Handoff between the tackles, 1st down yardage to the edge, 40, down to near the 35. That was probably a face mask that wasn't called. Gavin Pent kind of popped up like he thought the headgear was grabbed. To the 35-yard line. 20 yards on the carry. Cardinals have 1st and 10. They're on the march again. Quarterback will keep it between the tackles. Wow, the offensive line blocking has been spectacular for Newman so far in this game. Their lines, both offensive and defensive, are playing well. And you know what? In 8-man, a lot of the kids play both ways. So we've got stars on both sides of the ball for the Cardinals. Quincy Fender carries, has 1st down yardage. To the 22-yard line. Handoff again between the tackles, and there's a little bit of a hole that Gavin Pent slithers through. He's got 4 or 5 yards on 1st down. 4 officially. Newman on offense huddles up between each play. Twin receivers to either side on 2nd down. Again, this could spread things out if the quarterback wants to keep it himself. Got a throw over the middle, complete. Carson Rice on the reception. 1st down just outside the 10-yard line. To the red zone, but not quite goal to go. First and 10 with the ball resting between the 12 and the 11-yard line. I thought Newman was going to have a tough opponent today. A team that won 8 games, 8-1 a year ago. Fake the handoff, quarterback keeps it, trying to get down to the goal line. Is he in? Yes, he breaks the plane. Quincy Fender on the quarterback keeper from 12 yards out. First time that one of these teams has gone up by 2 scores. Two-point try coming up here. Quarterback design rollout, throws back across his body, good. Carson Rice catches the 2-point conversion. 20-6. 5:24 left until halftime. Back after this break on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Welcome back. I'm Chris Conley. So Newman becomes the first team to go up by 2 scores in this game. And I'll tell you this, guys who don't touch the football at all, the linemen for Newman, really are the stars of this game. When Newman's had the ball, they've opened up big holes for their running game, and on defense, they've been solid. Squibbing kick, Loggers will fall on it at the 41-yard line. J.J. Abramitis covers up. So, what have we seen in this game so far? No kicks. Neither team has tried to kick a point after touchdown. Neither team has tried to kick the ball deep on kickoffs. Yeah, Newman defense solid as a rock. Let's see if they can keep the good vibes going here. First and 10 from just over the 40-yard line. Long count. Quarterback will keep it. Right at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for just 1. Shea Denzine, 2nd and 9 coming up. You know, one of the things that you ask of a good offensive lineman, again, you want them to be strong, to be able to muscle their way through the line. But when the other team's trying to get to the corner, you want guys that move well laterally. And that seems to be a strength of the Newman D-line right now. Second down, a whistle blows this play dead, false start. The penalties have not helped the cause for Phillips. Replay the down at 2nd and 14. Yeah, for a running team, Phillips has found themselves behind the chains too much so far in this game. Misdirection. Running back's back foot kind of slipped out behind him. That ball is loose. Who's got it? Cardinals do. A turnover in a bad part of the field. That play went south when the running back's back foot, when his plant foot slipped out from underneath him. That's around the time that he had contact as well, and the ball came free. Newman's got a chance to give themselves a big advantage in this game. Already up 20-6 and a chance to get more before halftime. So 2 plays into the drive, the Loggers turned it over. The last points came when the Loggers were stopped on 4th down. Snaps low, quarterback's got it, looks to throw over the head of his intended receiver. Looking for Cooper Gould, too tall. This game was tied 6-6. Cardinals have had 2 unanswered touchdowns and are looking for a third. Gavin Pent, the running back, is in the slot on 2nd down. Got a throw here, out to the flat. Pent's got it. Looks to cut back. Penalty marker down. Into the pile. Maybe a face mask here. Pent has only 2 yards on the reception. But first the penalty. The white hat will tell us in just a moment. Holding against Newman. I think the Loggers are going to accept that penalty and move him back. It's from the spot of the foul, so it would go back from the 30 to the 40-yard line. We would play this as 2nd down and 17, assuming that the penalty will be accepted. Yeah, spot the ball back at the 39. So replay 2nd down and 16. Actually, there's still some question about whether the Loggers are going to accept the penalty. Ball's been respotted. The penalty is indeed accepted. One of the few times today that Newman's been behind the sticks. Quarterback fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, tries to get the edge, dives forward. Got most but not all of the penalty yardage back. This will be 3rd and 11 coming up. Quincy Fender gets 6 yards. The Cardinals would go on 4th down here, so what you're really looking for is a play that kind of cuts the distance in half. Pick up 5 or 6 and make this a more manageable 4th down. Cardinals are taking a timeout as they dial up this 3rd and 10 play. We'll take a break too. 20-6, Newman ahead of Phillips on Zaleski Sports.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Yeah, and you think about all the different techniques he's got to have in his repertoire, right? All the arrows in his quiver, and he's got all of them here today.
I mean, medium well. Do you want it rare? Special orders, pickles, no pickles, ketchup, no ketchup.
You know, what we're seeing here, Paul, the spatula control is unreal.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where he's got absolutely no beef. He's just focused on doing his job. Yeah, I mean, without these cooks, everyone would just truly be fried.
Season opener for Newman Catholic, and so far things are going just ducky. We're late in the first half. Cardinals have a 20-6 lead, and they have 3rd and 10. Quincy Fender, the quarterback, with an empty backfield. Twin receivers to either side. Man in motion. Got a throw. Over the middle, almost knocked away. Still landed in the receiver's hands and couldn't hold it. Carson Rice. 4th and 10. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. Cardinals are going for it. Need the 23-yard line. Play comes in from the sidelines. They break the huddle. Again, twins to either side. Man across the formation.
Gonna throw it
again. Protection's good. Heaving towards the end zone. Got a step too long. Incomplete. Looking again for Carson Rice. 2 receivers there, but both were to the weak side. You want one covering the middle of the field, so the defensive alignment was not perfect, but still into double coverage. The Loggers defense gets a hold on 4th down and gets the ball back. .307 to go until halftime, and timeouts to work with. Whistle. False start again. The 3rd or 4th false start on the Loggers. And a lot of these counter running plays, those are timing plays. So if you're one of the offensive linemen, got to be more disciplined than what we've seen so far. 1st and 15 now. Up to the line of scrimmage with the ball on the near hash. In motion, quarterback spins and keeps it himself. He dives forward, gets the penalty yardage back, and a yard beyond that. Gain of 6, 2nd and 9. Loggers get the ball to start the second half. Question is, how much will they be down by? They could really help themselves with late points here in the first half. Quarterback still has the ball on the spin. Heaves downfield. Receiver came back for it, caught it. Again, the defender got turned around. This goes for a big gain. 20-10, speed to spare at a touchdown. That's Evan Hollinger. Hollinger is in the end zone on a 57-yard touchdown pass. Going to go for 2 here. Oh for 1 on 2-point tries. Quarterback keeps it. Student body to the near side. Cut underneath. No good. The Loggers move a little bit closer. It's 20-12. We are late first half, and we're back after this break on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
We're back on a sun-splashed Saturday afternoon at Newman Catholic High School. Wasn't the prettiest of passes, but still got the Loggers into the end zone. 20-12 now. I'm Chris Conley. Newman's got 2:22 on the clock and 2 timeouts to work with. And this Cardinals offense so far has shown some quick strike ability, so this is enough time to make something happen. Back to a one-score game. Here's again a ground ball number that's covered up. Cardinals will start again with a short field at the 43-yard line. Nothing fancy there. Stephen Clement covers it up. So the Loggers again give the Cardinals a short field. One of those squib kicks led to a turnover. I see some of the Newman female athletes and some of the team's sisters are selling the 50-50 tickets. Judging from the crowd here, the jackpot's going to be pretty good. On 1st and 10. Hand the ball off. Offensive line opens a hole that closes quickly. Looked like Griffin Punt was going to get more than that. He gets just 2-3 yards. 2nd and 8. Under 2 minutes now remaining. Parents' Day here, so for those who are out watching the game live, moms and dads will be saluted at halftime. General halftime, Jason Zaleski on our Zaleski Sports. Design rollout. Quarterback keeps it, throws, diving, catch. Clement's got it. Quarterback throwing on the run. That's one of the things that you'd like to have in the skill set, and demonstrated there to the 42-yard line. Clock stops momentarily while the chains are reset. Buck 23 and counting down till halftime. Snaps a little bit low. Quarterback keeps it, kind of tripped over his own blocker and gets 2 yards. Cardinals will use a timeout here. 2nd and 8 coming up. We'll step aside for a break too. This is high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
This has the look very much of a game that'll be decided in the second half. Newman Catholic's lead has been as big as 20-6, 20-12 now. We're brought to you by Camping World. Find a great selection of RVs at Camping World in Rothschild with a great variety of brands and sizes to fit just what you're looking for. Complete maintenance and repair services, rental options, camping gear, apparel, and more. Take your RV to the next level. Camping World in Rothschild. Find more online at campingworld.com. Ball is marked ready to play for 2nd and 8 from the 41. Late shift. Extra personnel to the far side of the line. Now a man in motion. Quarterback will keep it. Throws over the middle. That may have been tipped, and that's trapped. Incomplete. Loggers tried to sell that like an interception for Ben Vering. It was not. Hit the blades of the grass here at Newman Catholic. 3rd down. Single receivers wide, and now a late shift. Got a whistle here. False start against the Cardinals. Phillips has been the more penalized team of the two, but the Cardinals are going back 5 yards here. Official time, 1:04 left in the first half. And again, somebody moved. False start, Cardinals. Both teams have had back-to-back false starts here in the first half. Moves the ball back across the 50 to the Newman 49. And the quarterback, Quincy Fender, goes over to the sidelines to bring this play in himself. Referee signals the ball ready for play, which means the play clock will be at 25 seconds and counting down. Game clock is still after the penalty. Quarterback keeps it himself, right up the middle, across the 50, and roped down, takes a big hit. Forward progress to the 47. 4th and long. The Loggers will take a timeout here on 4th down, hoping to get the ball back with some time left. 52 seconds left here. We'll keep it here. Tell you that football is brought to you by Backey's Family Chiropractic in Rothschild. Personalized chiropractic care in a family-oriented atmosphere. They can help any age patients from a few days old to moms and dads keeping up with the kids. No matter what the issue with your body, from migraines to anxiety, stress, and youth issues, let Backey's Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve. Neither team has punted the ball so far in this game. If I was Newman here on 4th and 15, I think I'd look to punt the ball away. I want to pin my opponents back in their own end. Cardinals look like they are indeed in punt formation. Well, you see, we talked it over, and it looked like we landed on the right play. Snap is good, kicks away. It's a good punt. No one was back for it, and it's a little too good. It's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. You still gain 32 yards of field position by kicking the ball away, so I still think that's the right call. And 80 yards of real estate ahead of the Loggers before halftime. Up to the line of scrimmage for what figures to be the final drive of the first half. Gonna throw. Defensive pressure, thrown out of bounds. He's out of the tackle box, although the ball didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. No intentional grounding. 39 seconds left in the first half. That's our official scoreboard time here. Clock stops on the incomplete throw. Merrill Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply today at merrillsteel.com. Misdirection on the handoff. Breaking a tackle, one of the few times one of the Loggers have gotten the corner. Lunging forward, that's 9 yards for Ellen Zaleski. And they're going to say he got out of bounds, too. Stops the clock. 3rd down and 2. Do you take a shot down the field here? Quarterback keeps it after a spin move. He's got a 1st down. That's going to stop the clock briefly while the down and distance chains are moved. He's out to the 34-yard line. Clock winds again, 20 seconds to go. 1st down. Quarterback fakes, backside pursuit, throws incomplete. Got a penalty marker down in the backfield. This may be roughing the passer. From around the spot where the quarterback let the ball go. Yep, personal foul against the Cardinals. Got to walk off 15 yards. That's going to move the ball almost out to midfield. Cardinals defense has to make sure they don't give up points here in the closing moments of the half. Only 12 seconds left, so maybe there's time for 2 more plays. Pistol, empty backfield. Loggers put a man across, fake the handoff, got a throw back to the other side. There's room there. Oh my goodness, this is caught down across the 30, 20, and there's a block there, and a penalty comes in at the 15-yard line. That went back the other way, and there were just no Cardinal defenders there. Penalty marker down where the tackle was made. It's maybe a block in the back against the Loggers. Yeah, the Loggers are moving back like they know the penalty's on them. Yep, block in the back. Phillips. So that going to bring the ball inside the red zone for one final play in the first half. Instead, they're going to go backwards. Loggers are going to take their final timeout. So the ball is moved back to the 27-yard line. You know, without the penalty, that was a well-designed play. Came back across the grain. A lot of real estate there on the far side. And, you know, in 8-man football, even though the field is not as wide, the defenders have to cover a lot of extra territory. You get everybody moving left and complete a pass to the right, there's a lot of room there. Sure was on that play. So what can Phillips dial up for the final play of this first half? Timeout's over. Newman trying to get into the locker room with their lead intact. Clock starts on the snap. Empty backfield. Late pressure, knocked away, and that's how the first half comes to an end. Big Carson Callow says, no, sir. At halftime, it's 20-12. Phillips gets the ball to start the third quarter. General halftime on these Zaleski Sports channels when we come right back on Zaleski Sports. Halftime, I'm Chris Conley. Zaleski Sports, glad that you are with us. Quick recap of the first half. After a squib kick to open the game, Newman Cardinals had a short field and scored a touchdown on their first drive of the season. Loggers answered with a score of their own, 6-6. The Cardinals have not trailed in this game. Both teams failed on 2-point tries after their first touchdowns. Cardinals would go up 20-6 before the Loggers answered with a rare pass for them. Pass towards the center of the field. Then a race to the end zone down the far sideline. Turned out to be a 53-yard play, longest play from scrimmage for either of these teams, bringing us to 20-12. Loggers have failed on both of their 2-point tries. Both teams possessed the ball in the closing moments of the second quarter, but neither was able to put up additional points. Loggers will get the ball to start the third quarter. As I look ahead to the upcoming week for our broadcast crew, we've got a little bit of everything. We'll get a taste of DC Everest boys soccer when they host Bayport. That's on Tuesday after our 3-day weekend. Then we've got Coach Tina Prahl's volleyball team on Thursday. For the life of me, I can't remember who they're playing, one of the Eau Claire schools. Then we will have DC Everest football on Friday night against Wisconsin Rapids. Lincoln High School in Rapids, longtime members of our Zaleski sports family, so we'll be entertaining two groups of football fans on Friday night from Stephenhagen Field at Steam Stadium. And then we're back here a week from today. The Newman Catholic Cardinals are opening their 8-man season with 2 home games. Almond Bancroft on Saturday afternoon. That's a Zaleski sports game as well. So we'll be busy, and we hope that you are in on all of the fun here at Zaleski Sports. That volleyball games against Merrill, of course, Merrill's from the Eau Claire area. Everyone knows that. Teams going over to their respective sidelines as we're getting ready to get this second half underway. Football today is brought to you by Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best with location in Wausau, Stevens Point, Colby, Edgar, Medford, Merrill, or online at nicolaybank.com. When we go down to the field for our postgame coverage, I'm looking forward to showing off my Zaleski Sports Newman Catholic-themed polo shirt. You go on Amazon and get any color combination, and I've got red, white, and blue. Look like I could be a member of the Newman team if they'll have me. Maybe not. Anyway, the deal was I bought some new polo shirts, and the Zaleski embroidery team stitched them. We've got a company that does that. No. Rachel doesn't do embroidery. What's wrong with you guys? Squib kick to start the third quarter. Covered up at the 41-yard line. The Loggers will start there. Break. Sure-handed there. I mean, the entire look and feel of this game would be different if the Loggers take this ball, use the short field, 59 yards of real estate in front of them, and score a touchdown, right? Here comes the first play from scrimmage of quarter number 3. No receivers in this set. Man across the formation, fake the handoff, quarterback's got it. And wow, had just one man to beat in the center of the field. It's a big tackle there from Carson Rice. If Rice doesn't get him down by his ankles, he's still running. Running past the end zone and into the Wausau West parking lot across the street. Instead, it's a gain of 6 for Shea Denzine. Denzine from the pistol. Fakes the handoff. Denzine spins, keeps it himself. This time he's bent back. Gain of, he lost a yard there. Instead of 4 yards to go, it's back for 5 yards to go. Join the team at Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau. You'll work at a state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path. Great Lakes Cheese. Learn more and apply today at greatlakescheese.com. Big third down coming up here. Handoff on the spin move. There's just nothing up the middle. Lunged forward, got a yard or two on his own courage. Aaron Zaleski 4th and 3. Loggers always go for it in this situation. Wow, our back judge just realizing that the kicking tee was still left on the field. Aren't we supposed to have some kid run out there and get that? Not so much. Honored in the breach. 4th and 3. Cardinals looking for a stop to get the ball back near midfield. Quarterback's keeping it, trying to get the edge. He didn't get there, and the ball came free. They're going to say that he was down, that the ground caused the fumble. Forward for just a yard, and the Newman defense is held. Their 8-point lead is still good, and the Cardinals go out on offense. Cardinals were up by 2 scores once in the first half. Chance to go up by 2 scores here. They start in Logger territory at the 48-yard line. Quincy Fender's been a good one at his debut at quarterback. 3 receivers up high. This is a new formation. Fender, the quarterback, has a hole that closed quickly. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Showed the Loggers defense a new formation, but it was still a running play. Nothing doing on it. Fender over to the sidelines. Bring the play into his other 7 teammates who are on the field. Yeah, the 8-man teams start a week later. What was week 2 for the 11-man football teams is the opening week for the 8-mans. We had some good games last night. Rivalry game between Edford and Stratford goes to Stratford this season. Handoff met at the line of scrimmage. Short gain. That ball come free. 3rd and long after Griffin punt covers up. Got to get down to the 38-yard line. So maybe better defense or defensive adjustments was part of the halftime talk for the Phelps Loggers. Loggers have shut down running plays on the Cardinals' first 2 tries of the second half. Fender's got extra blockers in, and they jumped into the neutral zone, I think. Yeah, offside. Loggers have been the more penalized of the 2 teams so far in this game. What was 3rd and 10 now becomes a much easier 3rd and 5. Cardinals up to the line of scrimmage. Single receivers to either side. Extra blocker on the near side of this formation. Quarterback keeps it. Uses that extra and gets the edge down the sidelines. 20-15, big gain. The seal block is what made that play go for Quincy Fender. But Fender is hurt. Uh-oh. Fender unable to get back to his feet after being knocked out of bounds. And Fender's in some pain. So that's a big gain and a first down. Newman Catholic keeps possession. But maybe a key player is being lost here. During this injury stoppage, why don't we step out? Cardinals have the ball in the red zone, but maybe without their quarterback when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to J&D Tube Benders. Here at J&D, we strive to meet our customers' requirements and expectations. We pursue this goal through the effort of our dedicated employees by continually improving in the areas of customer service, quality, and productivity. We pride ourselves on not only being a pillar of the manufacturing industry, but a family to our employees. J&D Tube Benders, the fastest name in tube line fabrication.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
All right, we are back at Newman Catholic High School. Quarterback Quincy Fender got a block that sprung him down the sideline, got all the way down to the 17-yard line. But it looked like he was hit low as he was going out of bounds. Didn't look like it was a dirty hit. Looked like the hit happened in the field of play as he was being taken out of bounds. And the starting Newman Catholic quarterback still has not gotten up off the turf. We've got a referee, a couple of trainers, I think a dad and a priest. That's quite a gathering around an injured player. And Fender has yet to get up. So this has the look of some kind of serious injury. I mean, you see this at first and you're hoping maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. No, it's more serious than that. The other thing that is of concern for Newman Catholic, of course, our thoughts are with Quincy Fender, but we hope this is not serious, even though it kind of looks otherwise. Their other quarterback, Michael Fox, is not in uniform today. Well, he's suited up, but he is no pads and is not available for play. Fox has what appeared to be either a sprained shoulder or a sprained arm. His arm is in a sling. So I'm not sure who the quarterback will be, as right now it looks like Quincy Fender's afternoon is going to come to an early end. Both teams on knees on their respective sidelines. I mean, you wonder when a player is down this long, is an ambulance going to be called for to get him the medical help that he needs? At some of the larger schools, the protocol is that you have an ambulance on site. At some of the smaller schools, it's that you have an ambulance or a medical team on call. Gavin Punt, a sophomore, is taking snaps on the sideline, that he may be the emergency quarterback here. Tell you what, while we continue to tend to Quincy Fender, the Newman Catholic starting quarterback, who has still not gotten up off the turf, why don't we take another commercial break here? If we have any information on what this injury appears to be, we will let you know. But again, still unable to get to his feet is Quincy Fender, the Newman Catholic starting quarterback. Sprang down the near sideline. A low hit took him out of bounds. A low, but it looked like a clean hit. And then unable to get up after what appears to be a substantial injury. 20-12, Cardinals will have the ball with likely a backup quarterback being pressed into service here. They'll be in the red zone when play resumes on Zaleski Sports.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Hi, I'm Karen from the Hearing House, and these are our grandchildren. Children are difficult to hear with anybody with hearing loss, and I know I would hate to miss out on anything they say.
Gamma, they're cheating.
Even that. If you're missing out on what they're saying, you're probably missing out on a lot more.
Love you, Gamma.
Aw, and they have important things to say.
Make your house a hearing house.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Welcome back. I'm Chris Conley, and we remain in an injury stoppage here for Newman Catholic quarterback Quincy Fender. We can tell you that an ambulance has just arrived on the ground. Quincy Fender, after a big gain along the near sideline, got knocked out of bounds and has not made it to his feet yet. Now look, I have no information, no inside knowledge about the nature of this injury. Just know that Fender has been down and has not been able to get up, and that now paramedics are on the scene and will soon be coming out of the Wausau Fire Department's ambulance. So Wausau's bravest to tend to Quincy Fender. It looks like this is an injury to the lower extremities. Again, one of Fender's legs just looks like it's in an unusual position on top of the other. But again, that's just me looking at this from a far distance away. You always hope when you're watching football that it's not a head or neck injury. Fender has been moving his shoulders and arms, so that's a good sign. I mean, if you think it's anything towards the neck and shoulders, you want the player to stay still. You need professionals, you need paramedics to immobilize him. Even if this is some kind of leg injury, you don't want the player moving around in this spot. You only make things worse. I'll tell you this, while we were in our timeout, one of the Newman Cardinals coaches went over, looked at Quincy Fender, said something to him, and came away visibly upset. That as the coach was walking back, that he was so disturbed by what he saw that he was demonstrative as he was going back to the bench. Now, as you see, a paramedic crew is arriving with a stretcher and additional equipment. Bottom line is, this is a real-life reminder that football is still a dangerous sport. On what looks like a routine play, it looks like things have changed. Yeah, they had either a towel or a blanket over Quincy Fender's lower extremities, and that's what the paramedics appear to be looking at. Again, just remember, this is not like a college or a pro game. We're not going to get inside information from the medical tent here. What we want to do is get Quincy Fender stabilized and then get him the help that he needs. So this will be an extended stoppage with our score at 20-12 and Newman Catholic driving. But again, our concerns are not so much for the game situation, but for injured quarterback Quincy Fender, who's been down on the field for an extended period of time. Having seen some of these injuries before, and again, I'm up here, they're down here. If it's an injury to the lower extremities, they're going to get out the air cast and see if they can get Quincy Fender onto the stretcher. Again, the good news is that we've seen Quincy moving his extremities, that we've seen him move his arms, and we've seen him move his shoulders. So this does not appear to be a head or neck or a spinal injury, which of course are the most scary kind. Our ambulance got here quickly, so that's good news. Of course, when you're here and you're hoping the best for a young man's safety, it just seems like time stands still during these more serious football injuries. We do, of course, have medical staff and athletic trainers at the site of all of these high school football games, but then there are some injuries that just require paramedics. This appears to be one of them. If memory serves, in our season opening game here at Newman Catholic last year, did we not have an injury that also required an ambulance? I believe that was a broken arm. I don't know, you just hope for the best. Didn't look like on the play there was anything non-routine. In fact, it looked like a really positive play for Newman. Big gain down the near sideline. And then after the tackle, the ball carrier is unable to get to his feet. And that's where we are now. I'll tell you what, while they tend to Quincy Fender, let's go back to our game day graphic, and as soon as we are ready to restart, or as soon as we have more information to share with you, we will. 20-12, third quarter. Newman Catholic and Phillips on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back. This football game's been in an extended injury delay for Newman Catholic quarterback Quincy Fender, who has just been taken off the turf and was lifted onto a stretcher and will now be taken for further medical care. Again, I'm just describing to you what I see from 40 or 50 yards away. I believe that this is a serious leg injury. At least it seems that's what they're focusing on. But we don't know any more than what you are seeing through our Zaleski Sports cameras. Again, this is an injury that happened on a quarterback keeper. Got a block, was sprung down the sidelines, and was tackled as he was heading out of bounds down at the 17-yard line. And the quarterback, Quincy Fender, who has played great today, was unable to get up. Just hate to see these types of injuries. The crowd offers its best wishes to Quincy Fender, and we do too here at Zaleski Sports. Yeah, Fender's lower extremities are covered up, which kind of tells me that this is some kind of serious leg injury. We wish the best for that young man, Quincy Fender, a junior. Teams will have a brief warm-up period. It'll be 1st and 10 for Newman when we resume. 7:57 to play in the third quarter. We will go back to our Phillips and Newman Catholic game day graphic, and we'll come back when we are ready to resume play. Again, these teams are going to get a warm-up period because the injury stoppage took so long. We were stopped for at least 20 minutes here. And again, we wish the best for Quincy Fender. When Newman comes back on the field, they'll have a new quarterback at the controls. We believe it'll be Griffin Hunt who will be taking over quarterback duties. Their backup quarterback, Michael Fox, not available because of an arm or shoulder injury. Back in a moment when play resumes. We're midway through the third quarter on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back to Newman Catholic High School, where after a long injury delay, we are ready to resume play. Both teams were giving an extended warm-up period after Quincy Fender, the starting quarterback for the Cardinals, went down with what we believe to be a knee injury. Needed to be taken by ambulance off the field, and just the entire mood of the afternoon suddenly changes. Yeah, I'd be fine if I could do the rest of my high school sports career without ever seeing the ambulance again. That'd be just fine. I mean, what's the mood of the players? Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers, now of the New York Jets, said this once. It's a sport where the injury percentage is 100%. You play football long enough, you're always going to have some kind of injury. And the question becomes how severe and what's your recovery like? So we believe that Newman Catholic is down to their third-string quarterback. 1st and 10. Here comes Griffin Hunt. Got to keep it himself. Cuts back, and he's down to the 12-yard line. It's a short gain. Second and 6. Again, I mean, in this game situation, a touchdown here puts Newman Catholic up by 2 scores for the second time in the game. But again, they've got to do it without regular personnel. We're brought to you by France Propane, your locally owned complete service propane company. They served all of central Wisconsin for 2 generations. Learn more at francepropane.com. Get your propane at France Propane. Schofield, local, quality, family. Quarterback keeper to the end zone. There's a flag, though. This may be coming back. What appears to be a 13-yard touchdown run may be coming off the board in the spot where you suspect holding. Yep, Cardinals are moving back. This penalty's against them. Red zone penalty. Holding offense. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. Count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery operations. After assessing the penalty, will replay second down. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback keeper again. Does not get the penalty yardage back. Down at the 15-yard line where it's going to be 3rd and 7. Again, the kicking team does not seem to factor into either Phillips or Newman Catholic's thinking. But if 4th down comes up, if you dare to try the field goal, again, that doesn't seem to be part of either of these teams' personnel, you would boost your lead back up to 2 scores. So there's an argument to be made if you have someone capable. They'd like to pick it up on 3rd down. Handoff here to the pylons. It depends on the spot. Looks like 1st down yardage. Damian Pent carries. That's a big 1st down. 1st and goal with the ball down to the 5. Reserve quarterback in as we reach the midway stage of the 3rd quarter. Pent keeps it himself into the line, close to the goal line. He falls forward and he's in. Touchdown, Cardinals! Back up by 2 scores. Big moment. Your starting quarterback out, your backup quarterback completes the drive. A Serve Pro Jamie Wetzel touchdown. Call Jamie Wetzel at Serve Pro, the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. First point since halftime. Going for 2 here. Handoff between the tackles to the goal line, but turned back. The 2-point try fails. Damian Pent is short. 26-12 is our new score. Loggers get the ball when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
When they were down by 2 scores in the first half, the Loggers had an answer. See if they've got one in this spot. I'm Chris Conley, and the feel of this game changes with the injury to Quincy Fender, the starting quarterback. Squib kick again. Got to pick that up. Good defensive stop. Braden Rivak covers it up and holds on to it for the Loggers. From the 41-yard line, they'll begin. At 26-12, down by 2 touchdowns. Need an answer here. Fake the handoff, got to throw. Throwing downfield, receivers open. Across the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Cullen Kleinschmidt, a senior. Yeah, the Loggers use the pass as an element of surprise. And when they've thrown the ball, they've got a couple of key completions in the game. Marked at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. 29-yard pass and catch. Whistle here, false start again. Backwards 5 yards, so something good and then something not so good. First and 15, trying to get a snap off after the big pass play downfield. Quarterback keeps. There is some backfield penetration, gets the penalty yardage back. Maybe a little more. Shea Denzine on the carry. Second and 10. Just about 4 minutes to go in the third quarter by the time the Loggers snap it here. Quarterback keeps. Almost had his legs taken out from him, then wrestled to the ground. Damian Pent makes the stop. It's a gain of 6. So a third and a manageable 4 for the Loggers. In 4-down territory, so 2 plays to get 4 yards. Quarterback keeps. Good block there to spring him down the near sideline, close to the first down. That's first down yardage. Inside the 20 and I believe down to the 19 or 18-yard line. Move the chains. Loggers in the red zone. Nice drive, sparked by a 29-yard pass play. To the edge, penalty marker. This is a touchdown, but it's coming back. There's going to be a hold on the far side of that play. Evan Hollinger, who caught and ran for a touchdown earlier in the first half, is going to have this one come off the boards. No celebration from the Loggers, they know. 10 yards from the spot of the foul on the far side of the field. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at Express Pros. That's expresspros.com. The ball is set down at the 24-yard line. Again, 10 yards from the spot of the hold. 1st and 18. Another costly penalty against Phillips. Handoff across the formation. Ball is loose. Cardinals have it. Yeah, the last time that the Loggers were down by 2, they had an answer. This time they put the ball on the ground. Newman's got the ball and a 2-score lead. 26-12. Cardinals' second series without starting quarterback Quincy Fender. Griffin Pent, the emergency quarterback in this spot. Other backup, Michael Fox, not available with an arm and shoulder injury. Pent keeps it. He's got some blocking on the far side. Pent has 11. You know what? The offensive line has been so good for Newman Catholic. I could run behind those guys. Not sure how good I'd be at breaking tackles, but they could open a hole for me, right? Out to the 33-yard line. Again, even if Newman Catholic comes out on top of this game, you would describe it right as a costly victory. Sure, I mean, your starting quarterback season is in doubt. But the team still has a lot of strengths. The line play's been good. Ground game's been effective. Handoff, blocking and into the clear. Just tripped up from behind. Tristan Fisher on the carry. Fisher's first touch today. Forward for 18 yards. Greg Zabrowski's on the right side of that line. He's been one of the stars today. Handoff again, strung out, a gain of a yard. Second and 9. A minute to go in the third quarter. Boy, points on this drive could carry the Cardinals a long way. Axis Insurance says for all your personal, business, auto, life insurance needs, there's always a local agent that you can look to at Axis Insurance. Have a friend in your corner to customize your coverage. Learn more at AxisInsurance.net. Axis Insurance Agency, their business revolves around you. Tristan Fisher carries for 3 yards. Cardinals don't have to snap the ball here. Instead, that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Cardinals with a backup quarterback in have extended their lead. The only score is a 5-yard touchdown run from Griffin Penn 26-12 as we'll go to the fourth quarter when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Natalie from Abbey Bank. We would like to take a moment to thank our customers for their continued support. We know you have many options to choose from when it comes to your banking needs, and we thank you for choosing us. Please join us each Friday in June for our Customer Appreciation Fridays. We invite our customers to come into any Abbey Bank location for your free dairy treat of the week. We're happy to help support our local Wisconsin dairy farmers. Abbey Bank is member FDIC and equal housing lender.
A nice controlled turn, and here comes the pontoon. What a boat.
I don't know that you can have a better activity today than the pontoon through this event. I said this is a world-class event. That was a world-class trailering of that pontoon right there.
Now we've got the green arrow, so now you got a little bit of a... Oh! U-turn! U-turn! Oh my goodness.
U-turn? You gotta be kidding me!
It's a broadcaster's dream because we're literally in the middle of a crossing pattern.
All right, true confession as we reach jump around time. I don't think I'm in condition enough to jump around for 2 or 3 minutes. I'll bend my knees and throw my hands in the air like I just don't care. The Newman Catholic Cardinals are trying to gut out the final quarter of this game after what appeared to be a serious injury to their quarterback Quincy Fender, taken away on the stretcher. Third down to start the third quarter, 3rd and 7. Need to get to the 30-yard line. Snap is low, quarterback's got it. Slips one tackle in the backfield and out of bounds. Penalty flag. This is the right call. Quarterback was out of bounds and was still dragged to the ground. This is going to be 15 yards on the end of what appeared to be a stop on 3rd down. Yeah, this is a late hit out of bounds. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. He was 1, maybe 1.5 steps out of bounds, and Gavin Pent was taken to the turf. Moves the ball down to the 22-yard line. Costly penalty. Twin receivers to either side for Griffin Pent. Low snap. Between the tackles, swallowed up, no gain. Here comes 2nd and 10. During the week around our Zaleski Sports channels, boys soccer, girls volleyball. And a lot of action before our next Friday night lights, week 3 of the football season, as we're about to turn the page to the month of September. This is a false start. Receiver on the end of that line was going to try and leak out and get down into a pattern. Well, now everyone in attendance knew what that play was going to be. See if it's something else. It is the officials who are holding up play here. Not sure why. Everyone's looking at everybody. Yeah, there's an issue with the scoreboard clock here. We are running the clock down to whatever is going to be the correct time remaining in the game. All right, up to the line with officially 11:10 and counting left in our ball game. 2nd and 15. Referee says ball is ready for play. The first down awaits down at the 11-yard line. Ready for a snap? Finally. Design rollout to the far side. Trying to cut back? No room. Couple of yards there, if that, for Griffin Pent. Third down. $13 to go. Ball at the 25-yard line. Loggers trying to keep this a 2-score game. Single receivers, both sides. Handoff between the tackles. Some positive yardage, going to be 4th and 7. Damian Pent carries. Fourth down, Newman goes for it. Ball just outside the 20-yard line. Any way you look at it, Loggers need a stop here. Do you let Griffin Pent throw the ball in this spot? He is throwing, and he's got a man. It's complete. First down. That's a clutch throw. Threw a strike there for sure. I believe it was Damian Pent who was sure-handed on the reception. Either Damian or Cooper Guild. So Newman rolls the dice. Their emergency quarterback comes up big on fourth down, and the drive continues. First and goal from the 9. Handoff between the tackles. Cut back, short of the 5-yard line. 2-yard gain for Damian Punt. Damian Pent carries. Newman takes time off the clock, too. Still leading by 2 scores, regardless of what happens here. And game time will be friendly to the Cardinals if they can put more points up in this spot. So it's mission critical for the Loggers defense at this stage of the game. The backfield full, and a timeout is taken. 7:22 left in the game. 14-point lead, and the Cardinals are looking for more. We're brought to you by J&D Tube Benders, founded in 1968. They've stayed in the Felch family ever since. This locally owned manufacturer specializes in tube bending, welding, brazing, hydraulic tube assemblies, end forming, cutting, machining, and laser cutting. Tubing materials include carbon steel, copper, stainless steel, and aluminum. Find and join the J&D Tube Bending team in the Schofield Industrial Park or online at jndtubebending.com. All right, timeout's over. 2nd and goal. Cardinals looking to deliver a knockout blow on this drive. Quarterback keeps it. Race to the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Cardinals. Griffin Pent from 8 yards out. Biggest lead of the afternoon for Newman Catholic. Griffin Pent has scored both of the touchdowns in the second half. When he woke up this morning, he had no idea that he'd be the quarterback. Out for a 2-point try. Pent's going to throw to the end zone. It's good. Two-point throw is completed to Cooper Gould. (34-12). Newman Catholic sure has won the second half. You know what? Pent, who's again now the emergency quarterback, he's got 4 touchdowns in this game. Scored the touchdown on the first drive of the season, made it 6-0. 24-yard touchdown run, made it 12-6. He got both of the touchdowns here in the second half. Squibbing kick. Loggers take over at the 43-yard line. So Newman Catholic, despite losing their starting quarterback to injury, sure looks like they're going to roll on to victory here. Loggers need a quick strike and a lot of help. Snap is bobbled, picked up, thrown downfield, and almost caught. Oh my. If Ben Viring holds on to that, there's no one behind him. Tipped away by the defensive back at the last minute. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. Official time left of the game, 7:09. Quarterback still has it. Fumbled. Cardinals have it. Damian Pent right into his waiting arms. Cardinals are going to eat more time off the clock and will be on their way to victory here. Tell you what, Cardinals did an awfully lot right in this game. Won the line of scrimmage, been able to run the ball effectively. Kept that Phillips ground game in check. Offsides here. The Loggers have a lot of penalties to clean up from this game. We're brought to you by Mutual Insurance of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau is protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com and find an agent near you. Two receivers up high on 1st and 5 after the penalty. Low snap, hand off, first down. Damian Pent has been carrying the ball more since Griffin Pent has come in as the emergency quarterback after the Quincy Fender injury. So the personnel is a little bit different. First down carry. Now, Griffin is familiar with the playbook, but as a running back. To that young man's credit, he has not missed a beat since being called on to be the quarterback of this team. Injury to Quincy Fender midway through the third period. Whistle here. Newman wants a timeout. 6:21 officially to go in the game. So we're in the middle stages of the fourth quarter. We'll keep it here. Yeah, this is going to be a nice win for Newman Catholic. Again, the shape and feel of this season is a little bit different if you lose your starting quarterback, who seemed to be one of the offensive stars of this team. But the Fighting Cardinals have a lot of other pieces. So why not be an optimist about this team? What other choice do you have, right? A home game against Almond Bancroft next Saturday. That'll be right here on Zaleski Sports. So whoever your quarterback's going to be, maybe it's Griffin Pent, he'll have a full week of practice under himself by the time next Saturday rolls around. Timeout's over. 3 receivers to the far wide side of the field. Handoff between the tackles. Damian Pent, 7 yards. You know, this is the time when an offensive line looks even better. You've pushed your opponent over the field the entire game. The Lions know they're going to be sent home with a loss. Again, this was a team that was 8-1 last season. So losing is not normally part of the menu for the Loggers, but it's going to be today. Loggers no points in the second half. Cutting back for down yardage. Griffin Pence down to the 15. Another trip to the red zone. Tell you this, Coach Paul Mickling's got a lot to be proud of with his team today. Overcame adversity against a tough opponent. And they're going to drink from the Victory Cup this afternoon. Under 5 minutes to go in our game. New set of downs in the red zone. Damian Pent, short gain. Not quite to the 10. Cardinals have the luxury of taking as much time as allowed between plays. Cardinals thought that the play clock was going to run out on them, so they're taking a timeout here. I believe, although timeouts are not going to matter at this point. I believe that's the Cardinals' final timeout. Again, I want to be an optimist about the injury to Quincy Fender. We just saw a medical helicopter fly overhead heading towards the Aspirus Medical Center. We hope that that's got nothing to do with anything. Quincy Fender suffered what seemed like a serious lower body injury. Needed the ambulance to get him the help that he needed. And of course, to Quincy and his family, we send out all of our best wishes. Hope that things work out as well as can be expected. Timeout's over. Second and 8, hand off to the edge towards the end zone. Stopped short of the pylon. Close to pay dirt, but not quite. Slid down short of the goal line. Was that Corbin Reinschmidt carrying there? If so, we're even deeper on the depth chart for the Cardinals. 3.5 to go in this one. Picked up a first down, but not into the end zone. First and goal from about 2 yards out. Griffin Pent carries it. He didn't get in. He'll be bidding for a 5th touchdown today. From the 2 to the 1. Newman huddles up as the seconds melt away. Two receivers wide to either side, spreads things out. They're going to take a knee. When the ball does not go out of bounds, there are 40 seconds in between plays. Which means even if you take a knee here, I think you would wind up giving the ball back to the Loggers with under a minute left. Yeah, Newman Catholic's not looking for more points at this stage of the game. Taking a knee here, 40 seconds off the clock will bring us to about 50 seconds left in the game. Fourth down here. Take a knee again and turn the ball over to the Loggers with 50 seconds left in the game. I get it. You've already suffered a substantial injury. You don't need the points. Why risk it? Loggers will get to run 1 or 2 plays, and then that's going to do it for this afternoon. Quarterback will carry. Forward for about 7 yards. Misdirection handoff, very little in between the tackles. So the final play of the game is another good defensive play for Newman Catholic. And that's going to do it. Our final score, Newman opens their 8-man season with a 34-12 win over the Phillips Loggers. Phillips, good luck the rest of the way. And we'll be back here next Saturday to see Newman Catholic against Alman Bancroft. 34-12 is our score. Please have a warm thought for Quincy Fender, the starting quarterback for the Cardinals. Suffered a lower body injury and had to be taken off the field in the ambulance. And he was having a great game. Griffin Pent in as the emergency quarterback. As running back, he had 2 touchdowns. And then as the fill-in quarterback, ran for 2 more. So a big game for Griffin Pent. 34-12 is our final. We'll go down to the field and have some post-game coverage brought to you by Merrill Steel. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. Congratulations to the Newman Cardinals. Victory in 8-man week 1, 34-12. Thanks for joining us on Zaleski Sports. Have a great Labor Day weekend, everybody.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin, covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa, and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
My cameraman's going to give me a heads up. The Newman Cardinals opened their season with a 34-12 win. I'm Chris Conley, postgame coverage on Zaleski Sports. Coach Mickley, I thought the offensive line play was terrific today.
Yeah, I thought they moved. We got 3 seniors that are coming back, all starting last year, and we knew that we'd face some adversity today. I didn't think it was going to be that much adversity, obviously, to come in here and to get a W against a very good team, a team that won the conference title, was 8-1 last year. This says a lot about these kids, and I'm very happy with what they did today.
The team, I thought, showed a lot of resiliency, too. Your starting quarterback goes down with what looks like a serious injury. It's really hard to speculate. What do you know about the nature of that injury? Obviously, it looks serious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hear, like you said, speculate, but obviously he'll be gone for the year. So, and we'll worry about tomorrow. I'll go up there and make sure he's okay tonight, and he will be, and move on. But it's about him and the injury. Like I said, he's probably out for the year. But I'll tell you this right now, it was 20-12 when that happened, and for our kids to actually outscore them, whatever it was, 14-0 after that. It's a pretty incredible story.
Sure. The team came back from a lot of adversity and won the second half.
Yes, and we lost another guy, our receiver and our safety, and he had to leave too. So that's a credit to those kids and to what they do.
Even with the serious injury, this team has a lot of pieces. This will change the look of the season, but I think there's still a lot of success in front of this team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have a tough one next week and against the conference champion from last year, and they're really good. And then we kind of go from 1 week after that. Every week we worry about. But this team's going to win some games, that's for sure.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Thanks for coming over.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Griffin in the end zone 4 times today. You didn't wake up this morning and think you were going to be quarterbacking, did you?
No, I had no idea. I mean, we had to overcome a lot today to get the victory, but I mean, we did it, and we did it as a team together. So
obviously, coming in, this is a team that won 8 games last season, so it's a big test to open up the season, and you guys passed it. I thought the team, again, was great, both sides of the ball up front.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be a tough one this week, but I mean, it starts at practice with the scout team giving us a good look, and that just helps us to do our jobs as a varsity team together. So.
Obviously, with a key injury, there's a little bit to digest tonight. But again, I don't think this team's going to be held back from getting more wins this season.
Yeah, no, I think we have a lot of success in the future, but we're all worried and praying for Quincy. But hopefully, he can recover from that injury pretty quickly. So
4-touchdown day. Congratulations. Final score is 34-12. Newman Catholic opens their 8-man season with a win over the Phillips Loggers. I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for joining us on Zaleski Sports. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Good afternoon, everybody. I have one more thing for you to do. You're going to be in the highlight house. So you say your name and then say, I'm in the house.
Okay.
So give you the high five.
I'm Griffin Pett, and I'm in the house.
Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Thank you for coming over.